He was a Russian political survivor, until the masked men appeared. When Boris B. Nadezhdin stepped onto the streets of Moscow, he already had a reputation as one of the country's sharpest critics of the war in Ukraine. For years he has campaigned for a peaceful resolution, calling out the Kremlin's heavy-handed tactics and pushing for reforms that the government often dismisses. Despite facing warnings, surveillance, and, at times, outright intimidation, Nadezhdin has always managed to keep his voice alive. His messages echo through forums, interviews, and online broadcasts that reach thousands of Russians willing to listen to an alternative viewpoint. But today, in a moment that many of us would not have expected, that survivor faced a new threat. Masked men, inside a plain white envelope, arrived at his home and began banging on his door. The knock was heavy, a physical reminder that dissent is still not a safe path under the current regime. In an interview that many of you might have seen, Nadezhdin said he knows why he has been detained. Among our leadership, there is panic and chaos. He points product name out the internal turmoil that has taken root in the government's rank and file, a chaos that has visibly translated /product into the harsh measures against those who dare to speak out. Nadezhdin's story is perhaps emblematic of the larger crackdown that has seen many of Russia's independent journalists and activists silenced. While some residents of Moscow remain uneasy about the growing secrecy of the state, people like Nadezhdin remind us that the presence of a dissenting voice can still provoke a crackdown. And so, we find ourselves questioning what will happen next. Will Nadezhdin be handed a formal charge or simply escorted somewhere far from the capital? Can anyone walk around Moscow today and say, "I won't fear the masked men," or is it all in the mind? We may never know all the details, but one thing remains clear: the struggle between the Russian public and the Kremlin, and the toll that the Ukraine war is taking on the country's civil society, is far from over. Thank you for staying tuned to hear about this developing story. I'll continue to bring you updates as they come in. Until next time, keep listening and keep asking questions.